and I'm referring now prior to Advocate Mnisi requesting that his time to be taken for dental examination. I'm saying for the purpose of investigation, I could not take it further because, as I said, one, I did not have evidence that indicates that it was surgical. There was none. What we know is the description of the gold tooth. Two, the availability of the grills, which are easily available on the market, and we don't know even that it was then fitted. It was a difficulty, my lord.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. We're done with Gininda. We are on recess. What is she doing? Well, even though we are done, you guys already know we've got to keep our minds sharp and we have to sharpen our tools. So I wanted to go back to Mnisi Wemvula's cross-examination, which, by the way, I didn't complete uploading, so we're going to do that for the rest of the week. We also have to go over Ramasipili's cross-examination, so make sure you remain committed to watching. Why? Because we're going to break down those cross-examinations, which are essential, okay, to the SENZO MEYIWA trial, where we are at, because as you already know, Gininda is the witness with the most, okay? He's a geographical expert, he's a DNA expert, he's also a surgical expert, okay? He's also an expert in dental ndondoni. He's very much an expert, okay? Now, we know about other people, well, rather SAPS members who are currently inside Pagati, the prison right now. So I think this is a great opportunity to review what the Brigadier says on record so that, you know, we could see how this can impact the SENZO MEYIWA trial moving forward. Now, to get back to this, before we continue, please check that two things, okay? Please check two things, okay? Because it is with absolute difficulty, my lord, that I notice that you guys watch the videos, but you're not liking. Please go ahead, hit that like button right now. You already know I'm going to be serving you some great content. And part two, if you're not already subscribed, just hit that check. We're no longer in such a rush now with the uploads. So please go ahead, hit that check button and check to see if you are actually subscribed to the channel. Why? Because we just hit 65,000 subscribers. Okay, that's a huge milestone. I'm so excited. I'm excited you're part of that journey. Just make sure, double check to make sure you are on board on our journey to 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Okay, done with all the updates. Now let's get back into this. Why am I doing this video? I wanted us to start right here at the grills. Okay, in the video I posted last week, some of you guys came into the comment section and said, what is wrong with Gininda? Who does Gininda think he is playing? First of all, some of us, we listen to rap music, okay? We are huge fans of the rap industry in Doni, and we are here to tell you, Gininda, that grills is a plural. There is no grill, okay? There's no installation of one grill and you take it on, take it off, you go and do your pew over there at the Kumalo house, and then you come back and then you take it out. It doesn't work like that, okay? This is from the comment section. I'm just sharing with you what I saw. And let me say, I agree, okay? I agree. That was quite educational. Like, yeah, I've never heard them say, you know, I'm going to get my grill. They normally say, I'm going to get my grills. Now, this is the hugest piece that was revealed in the comment section, revelation, okay? Remember, Gininda says is all that we know is the description of the gold tooth, which means one tooth, and the grills, which are easily available in the market. You see, that's where the problem begins. When you are responding to questions in 2025 and you're using 2025 knowledge. Now, if you take this back to 2014, there was no Temu, okay? There was no Sheen. There was no cheap grills, okay? That all was not there. Brigadier, Brig, Bongani Nicholas Gininda, you are responding as if the crime was committed in 2024 in most recent years where technology is different, and yes, you can acquire grills with an S, not grill. I really need to emphasize that, okay? So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with these points? So basically, it's like when the state put it across that Kelly Kumalo and accused number 5 owned each other, and it was a WhatsApp call. But again, they forgot it was 2014 and they forgot to fact check themselves. Here we are again in the same predicament. Gininda talking about grills in 2025 when the crime was executed in 2014 and there was no grill being installed or sold easily on the market. Okay, so let's continue listening on, because you know Gininda talks a lot, okay? So I try to break it up so that it's not so chunky, because we are not as patient as Mnisi Wemvula. Let's get into it.
And thirdly, the issue of the files, because one had hoped that if we get the medical records where he was incarcerated from 2015, perhaps then one can get guidance if indeed it was there. Because I could see when we speak to him that he didn't have. This is now 2020, now moving forward. When we interviewed accused number 3 or engaged accused number 3, and when we took his warning statement, I realized the following: that the gold tooth was not there and the dreadlocks were not there. That was not there. So he was a completely changed person from what is contained in the exhibit on the downloads of his pictures. So I couldn't take it further, my lord. That's what I did, my lord, in pursuance of this description of the gold tooth, my lord.
Now, Brigadier, when you decided to take Mzansi, that's now Mr. Mzansi, accused number 2, for medical observation whether or not he had a golden teeth, did you have knowledge that his teeth could have been surgically fitted?
No, my lord, I didn't. And that's why, if I may have indulged to go back, that's why I said I want to explain it in the sequence of the event. So when accused 2, Mr. Mzansi, was taken, I did not have the knowledge. Subsequent to the report, the knowledge of the grills, the fact that they can be fitted without the surgical procedure, came into effect after I received the document from the doctor, now the dentist, now to say this is our findings, the record speaks for itself. Subsequent to that, in the investigation of trying to establish that, could it be that gold tooth could be there, removed, undetected, what factors could actually motivate it? This information that I referred to, my lord, then kicks in. And then I went back also to check in the docket and realized that as much as we took accused number 2 to the doctor, nowhere in the docket does it indicate that any of suspect A or B had a surgical procedure to fit in the gold tooth and subsequently then went and committed this crime. So I was flowing to say the first thing, it was a report. I didn't have knowledge that it was fitted surgically because the docket is silent on that part. It doesn't say that. But subsequent to the report of Dr. Hlokwe, I then realized, my lord, that even if we move forward with this exercise, the fact of the matter, I do not know that suspect A or even suspect B had a surgical procedure to fit in the gold tooth. And the availability of this cosmetic teeth in the market without a surgical procedure, the grills, made it difficult for me to say now, was the teeth that was seen by witnesses surgically fitted or cosmetic, my lord?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Brigadier. Now, there's this other one aspect that I want to clear with you. At length, you gave testimony that there were some photos which
It always takes me out whenever the defense team decide to when they decide to blue tick Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kinenda after he has given a long, winding, lengthy explanation, spinning around the block over and over again. Like he spins around the same block multiple times, and then the defense just says thank you and moves on to the next question. And for me, that is always hilarious. And you know who's so good at that? Who does it consistently without missing a beat? Advocate Zitilele Nxumalo, okay? And yeah, shout out to him. He does it so brilliantly. But Mnisi here, he couldn't believe his eyes. Like you can literally see, this was the face throughout the entire time, okay, that the Brigadier was going on and on and on. But I want to go back to what the Brigadier said, or at least what I understood. So Mnisi asked him, okay, so when you took accused number 2 over there to the dentist to be checked for this gold tooth and dun, did you know, okay, what surgical knowledge did you have about Mzansi for you to want him to go over there to the dentist? And the Brigadier says, oh, no. At that time, we didn't know, okay? We did not know. We didn't know. But then now there's the theory of the grills. Oh, my God. I can only blame the judge for this theory of grills. Because prior to the judge insinuating, giving a hint, there was never a single witness who came there and spoke about grills. The problem with that is grills were only a recent addition, accessible in the market, okay, to you and me, okay, the layman. Before, grills were expensive, but then, China always makes things more accessible to everybody else. But yeah, that is the blue tick Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kinenda received from Mnisi. And I always wonder, what does his face look like when he sees the defense walk away from what he thinks is a brilliant answer? I've told you before, and I'll say it again. The Brigadier is a great salesman, okay? He can sell ice to an Eskimo, okay? He can talk the talk, but in all essence, is he actually making any sense? Well, all I understood from that entire conversation is that suddenly they are riding on the coattails of grills. They've decided that's what it's going to be because nowhere in the docket did it show whether suspect A or B had a surgical procedure to get the gold tooth. Come on now, Kinenda. Like, who are you trying to fool? A docket is never about surgical information unless, of course, you're searching for a missing kidney. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let me end this video right here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll do a part 2 video where we go into the second part that Mnisi segued into, which is the photos of accused number 1. And you already know, okay? You already know. We're going to break that down in our next video. If you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely have my heart. But please do take a moment to check if you're subscribed. Take a moment to check if you've liked the video. But most definitely, I would like to see you in the comment section. Let's engage there. Thank you so much for joining. I absolutely love it when you do. To our channel members, thank you so much for all your support of the channel. We are literally at the end of the month. Wow. Thank you so much for another great month. I will catch you on my next upload. Thank you so much for watching all the ads, for subscribing, and everything in between. If you're watching from outside the club, what are you waiting for? Now is a good time for you to hit that subscription button. You want to know why? Because as we trickle away from the SENZO MEYIWA trial throughout this next 21 days, is it 21 days? Yeah, almost 21 days. You want to make sure that the algorithm tells you once we're back in the SENZO MEYIWA trial, and you don't want to miss our next upload. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. Bye.